Hi everyone, and welcome to Techeries, and welcome back if you're coming back. But hello to everyone on Twitch and YouTube. We are monitoring both of your chats, so don't you worry. But hey, it's a full show. We're here taking a look at more women-led games and breaking down some of the biggest sales from the Steam Spring Sale, and also maybe just mentioning a few that we really, really like that we think you should go enjoy. You know? But
They're just
anyway,
ones
I'm
we like, so
Morgan.
you should just go buy them.
Yeah, yeah,
We don't
exactly.
get any kickback from that at all. No, we don't
No,
actually.
we don't. I wish. Hey, Steam. Valve? Valve Corp, please? No. Anyway, guys, I'm Morgan, and this is my lovely co-host.
Hi, I'm KP, guys. Yeah, and with a new week comes new games. So we'll show you which games we'll be releasing soon. But first, we're gonna wait into your tech pulse.
Oh my lord. All right, everybody. The first story we're gonna start off with today. You know, you've been seeing, or we have in general, all of us, we have been seeing a lot of new video game trailers popping up lately, but I don't think I can say I've seen a 10-minute trailer until now. Uh, um, yeah. So let me go ahead and show you this trailer. But uh, Kohima Productions dropped a 10-minute trailer for its upcoming Death Stranding 2 on the Beach that is releasing on PlayStation 5 on June 26th of this year. This trailer definitely gives us our best look yet at the sequel to the 2019 Death Stranding video game and was shown at South by Southwest 2025, where Hideo Kojima was joined by Troy Baker and Norman Reedus, which are big voice actors in this game, to discuss this very anticipated new game. Anyway, what does this trailer reveal? Like what do we see? Well, it reveals that Death Stranding 2 takes place 11 months after the creation of the United Cities of America. We see Norman Reedus is back as Sam, Leia Seydoux returns as the voice of Fragile, and Troy Baker as Higgs. But that's not all, because there is a lot to take in with the trailer being 10 minutes long, such as a bunch of new faces and voices joining the cast. Pre-orders for Death Stranding 2 on the Beach open on March 17th at your 10 a.m. local time. Those who buy digital deluxe or the collector's edition, will get early access 2 days before the game becomes available on June 26th, 2025. This is a massive trailer. I didn't even get to really touch in like what the trailer looks like and shows you during reading my stuff because there's just so much. It's so long and it's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, it shows a lot, but not in a way that's damning to the story and like a big. I don't think it's extremely spoiled. Like it doesn't give a lot of spoilers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Next
then
will
what
be
do
an
you got?
hour. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I heard that during their reveal, they did like a another. It was a really long reveal when they finally revealed Death
Mhm.
Stranding 2 as well. I think it was at, if I remember correctly, I think it might have been like the state of play for PlayStation,
Okay.
and I want to say it was like a 20-minute reveal,
Wow.
but I don't think that showed just story stuff. I'm assuming that it probably would have like interview style stuff, how we see from a lot of studios doing now during like really big reveals. But yeah, Michael's in
Best
chat says best
parts.
walking sim by far. I mean, hey, that's fair.
I heard though, I heard, so I won't play Death Stranding the first one because there's like I guess there's some spiders with it and stuff like that, and I'm like,
Oh
no,
no, not
no,
the
thank you.
spiders.
I know, like guys, can we just stop with the spiders? Let's do a different creature for funsies. Why can't we do a different creature? Like, why does it always have to be the same freaking thing? Like, Aloft is smart. They will not put spiders in the game. They're only gonna do mushrooms, spores. And I'm like, that's fine.
This is acceptable.
But I'm like, I feel like every game developer's like, oh, we have a creature we need to put in here. Let's go with a spider-like creature because we can.
I think
Choose
it's I
something
think
different.
I think it's like spiders have been seen in video games for so long, so it's just I feel like in every developer's mind, like, oh, that's an easy like let's put this in, you know? Um, or if
But
there
I
I
also I also agree with no looting though, because it's like arachnophobia mode's becoming such a thing now. But like imagine if you have to make a game and you're like, "Oh, I decided to put a spider in here. Now I have to think, "Oh, I should probably put an arachnophobia mode in now."
mhm.
Like the fact that that has to make you do something else. Like, can we just axe the spiders or maybe like try a different creature? Like we could try different things, right?
Right. Right.
Last time I checked, spiders aren't the only thing that gives off, webbing. There are silkworms. Duh.
I don't think a lot of people have silkworm fears compared to spider fears, and I think they want to up that ew factor.
But then we gotta do arachnophobia mode for people like me.
Well, think
And
about
then
it.
the
There's I
arachnophobia
know
mode, then
people
I
when
have to weigh in on the
sure.
arachnophobia mode because it sucks sometimes.
I have one of my best friends is deathly afraid of bees, and like that's another thing though. Like there's a bees are actually are a massive fear for people, just kind of like
Mhm.
spiders. And so it's like if you start getting like killer bees, let's say in your video games, I feel like there needs to be a anti bee mode. I don't know to make them dragonflies. Ah, mm, I don't know.
Well, I know so snakes. Snakes are a big one.
Hmm.
And I know in Soul Mask, you can get a snake mod that somebody made and it changes all the snakes. But the problem with those games are you have to make sure everybody has the mod. So like, let's say for instance, I'm playing with Grim.
Sure.
And Grim's like, "I'm not scared of this." Well, then I'm fucked. Basically, I'm fucked because if he doesn't have the mod, it doesn't do anything for
Yeah, it
me.
doesn't work for you.
Yeah, so like we ran into that issue with the spider mod, and I was like, "Well, great." So, yeah, just a little thing that yeah, I heard Monster Hunter Wilds has spiders and they also have a mode, but I also heard that that doesn't work.
Yay!
Yay! So, yeah. Um I like what Satisfactory does. I mean, I know we're going down a little bit of a rabbit hole, but I like that they at
About
least replace
spiders
the
again, guys.
models.
Of
I
all
know.
things.
But they replaced the full model with like a cat.
Sure.
But like that's a good move.
What was the game we just played that just removed their legs?
Ale and Tail.
Oh
See, that
yeah.
doesn't help me. You just remove the legs, that doesn't do anything.
I can still see their eyeballs.
But it was like I played Grounded, right? And Grounded kind of takes and removes pieces of them and then makes them into just marshmallows, but I still know it's a spider.
Sure. Sure.
Like it still makes it worse. So, yeah, I digress, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. I totally went down a rabbit hole.
Well,
But if you want to watch the 10-minute trailer, we'll have it in our Discord later.
yeah. Now, everybody, luckily, Death Stranding 2 is happening. With a 10-minute trailer for you to go watch if you want to watch it after our show. But um, we've talked a lot about things being canceled or game studios closing, but now it seems it's moving its way over to a convention.
Yeah, so do you guys remember when BlizzCon was canceled in 2024? It was like huge news. They were like, "We're done. We're not doing this anymore." Yeah. So, well, I have good news now. So, BlizzCon is now back and it's going to return to the Anaheim Convention Center on Saturday, September 12th and Sunday, September 13th in 2026. So, this gives them plenty of time to get their everything together again, bring it all back together. Now the event will have the normal staples of the opening ceremony, in-depth panels, Dark Moon Fair, friendly competition, hands-on gameplay, and there's gonna be so much more. But like right now, because they just released the fact that this is coming back, we're gonna have to wait for more news to come out to see what kind of you know. How much are tickets? When's like? How's the event gonna be? Like, who are we gonna see? Like, I know it's BlizzCon, but like, are we gonna get rumors of like is this the time that they're going to release like the next the next Overwatch, like what are we going to see? So,
Hmm.
or even a new game. I mean, we might even see a brand new game come out of them. Who knows? Because they're always working on something. So
Always
I'm happy
something.
that it's coming back. It's been something that we've kind of haven't seen. Diablo 5. I doubt that.
I don't think that's happening anytime soon with Ford not even being a
No,
year old.
I can tell you from Diablo news that they are going to be working on the next expansion, and the
Mm.
next expansion isn't going to be coming out until next year. So, w- definitely not Diablo 5. Sorry, Ramp. Sorry to burst your bubble.
All
So I'm
right.
happy. I'm happy that they're bringing a man can dream. I know a man can dream. Don't worry, the inner kitty is dreaming. Don't worry. But I'm really happy with like everything that we've been seeing. So I'm kind of excited to see. I'm sure it'll be another huge wow, uh, eh, uh, surprise thing that they're gonna be like, we're now giving you wow the future or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. So I have some fun news.
You have a good this one's a fun one, so
This
I'm
is
excited
fun.
for this one.
Yeah.
This one's a
So,
super fun one.
everybody, if you didn't know, Dead by
If
Daylight.
you didn't know, I love how
If,
you say that.
if
If
you
you
didn't
didn't know,
know,
like you're the evil villain over there. People, if you didn't know.
yes, yes, I know that Rampant Chat knows, but Dead by Daylight has announced another killer crossover. We have seen killers in the past from crossovers like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, Michael Myers from Halloween, Ghostface from Scream, sorry, and plenty, plenty more. That's just to scratch the surface of them. But what makes this new Dead by Daylight crossover exciting is that it is the video game's first anime crossover. So, coming to Dead by Daylight on April 2nd is the new killer in the Tokyo Ghoul chapter, Ken Kanaki. So, let me show you what he's going to look like. But I just want to let you guys know for any of the Tokyo Ghoul fans, he comes with a twist. So, after being released from one nightmare, he was pulled into another as the entity chose to lure Ken Kanaki into the fog, transforming him into a cruel killing machine. So, everything from his appearance to his demeanor has been affected, fueled by insatiable appetite for human flesh. Superhuman abilities can certainly come in handy, especially when you want to pursue your prey. This is a great mobility tool. However, a well positioned strike can get you an effective grab attack. Successfully drawing blood will drive you into a fearsome rage, pushing your strength and speed to inhuman heights. Now, to continue, when you are pulled into the entity realm, oh man, when you are pulled into the entity realm, one must use every tool available to them, and a ghoul's toolbox is filled to the brim. So this is manifesting three unique character perks, but what are they? First, you have Hex Nothing But Misery. With this, you need to damage a number of survivors to earn a dual totem into a hex. And you're turning that into a hex totem. While the hex is active, the survivors will temporarily become hindered when hit with a basic attack. So, next, you have the character perk Forever Entwined. Whenever a survivor takes damage, you gain a token up to a max of 8. For each token, the speed that you pick up, drop, and hook survivors is increased. And as for the last character perk, that's called None Are Free. So, with this perk, when you hook a survivor for the first time, you gain 1 token up to a max of 4. When all generators are completed for each token, all windows and upright pallets are blocked for a duration. So, with all of that being said, the Ken Kanaki you Tokyo Ghoul fans know is gone. He has been twisted by the entity into an instrument of drawn out death. Let us know in the chat or comments what other killer character crossovers you want to see enter the Dead by Daylight world. I'm curious. I'm curious. Now, Kitty, are there any killer crossovers you want to see like happen, like come to Dead by Daylight? So I feel like we've seen some pretty fun ones lately.
Um, can I go Survivor?
Sure, absolutely.
So I think it'd be really fun if they started like we've seen like Lara Croft, we've seen Ada Wong, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it'd be really cool to start seeing maybe some characters that are like a little bit outside of the realm of things. Like, for instance, wouldn't it be really funny if we had like a character from Diablo or a character from Destiny? Like, what if you could be like the little Destiny, character, but you don't get your ghost. You just are like a warlock or but you can't like do any of the special stuff. You're just like that character. That
True.
would be really funny. Um, yeah, I just think it'd be really cool if they start like expanding more. They're expanding to anime, which is awesome.
Hmm.
But it'd be cool to see like how much farther they'll expand. Or will we see any characters from Tokyo Ghoul that will transition to be a survivor? That's
That
a
could
good
happen.
question.
Could happen.
I don't know a lot about Tokyo Ghoul. I've seen stuff, but I don't know like I'm not like well versed in it, and that's all right. But yeah, I think also from a killer standpoint, how funny would it be if they just put like Diablo in there? It's like, look, they just put the devil in there. So I like where Dead by Daylight is going. My only thing is like if you do want a specific killer, it just sucks because you have to buy all the DLC and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's so
I
late.
do
Or you
agree
want
with
to
that.
survive, you're like, oh, I don't want to. I just bought the game, like right, but yeah, I think overall though, I think this is really cool. I've played Dead by Daylight a long, long time ago, and I know it's evolved into its own thing, and it's got a really big cult following. And I know like Dreaded's really big into the game and
Hmm.
everything. So I'd be curious to see what he says about the whole Ken Kanaki coming to Dead by Daylight. That would be really interesting, like just to get his reaction to it for sure. Or anybody that's like a huge Dead by Daylight fan, like weigh in. We want to know, you
Yes,
know.
yes. I think so Ramp said in chat, yeah, it sounds crazy to be honest. I want to see Darth Vader as a killer. That is definitely a crazy option. But I
That would be
mean,
fun.
you could do some fun stuff with like the dark side of the force maybe. That could be kind of cool because you do know that could be a fun like character perk. So, I don't know, there could be fun stuff with that. I don't know if Darth Vader is fitting, but I do think you could make some fun perks with his force
Hmm.
abilities or based around them rather.
Only if you get to be Jar Jar Binks for the
Oh
survivors.
my god, please. He
Misa
he
Jar
he
Jar
needs a
Binks,
bit of a luck
and he just
stat.
does it the
He
whole
needs
freaking
like a
time.
clumsy luck stat. It's like you have a chance to trip over the air but still knock over like something and evade Darth Vader or something. I don't know. That that'd be
Like everything
hilarious.
you do is like you just keep winning, even though it looks like crap. And
Yeah.
then every time he does it, he just goes Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, so I know that we discussed this story a little bit in our Discord server because Ramp was actually one of the person who sent us the article about it, which is thank you so much. One of the characters I would love to see enter the killers side of things from anime specifically. I would love to see if anybody is familiar with, and I know some of the people here in chat are very familiar with it, is Turbo Granny from Dan to Dan. I think it would be hilarious. I would love it so much that she deserves a speed boost, and I just want to hear voice lines of her going for everybody's balls. So there's a whole thing with
Nice.
that in the anime for anybody who's watching and is not familiar. But yeah, I would love to see Turbo Granny as a killer for sure. I think it'd be fantastic and hilarious. I think it would just make a bunch of laughter. Michael wants the lobster man from nice, nice. Anyway, not to keep us sidetracked on that anymore. Um, you have more Sony news.
I do have more Sony news. I don't know if this one's a really good one. This next story actually might strike a nerve with some people, I feel like. But, we'll talk about it. We'll see what you guys think. So, Sony developed an AI prototype that can take on the persona of Horizon Forbidden's West Aloy. So, what does this mean? Well, it means users can engage in a conversation with her. So, the video that was leaked was actually pulled due to copyright issues. So, but I did get to see a little bit of it. So, in the video I saw before it disappeared, the user asks her questions and she responds. But it was very robotic responses, and Ashley Birch's voice was not used. Now, the team at Sony says they used OpenAI's Whisper along with GTP4, Meta's Llama 3, and Sony's emotional voices synthesis technology. While this is not coming out anytime soon, Sony thinks this could be implemented as an interactive way for players to refresh on stories if they missed out. This feature could also be used alongside the PlayStation 5 game help feature for things such as like exhibits or events. But at this point, Sony really isn't ready to like reveal any of this technology yet, so we can't really see any of it now that it's been pulled. But I will say, because Morgan and I kind of chit chatted a little bit beyond about this before we went live, that
Hmm.
she's got a robotic voice, so Ashley Burke's not used, and so yeah, she might have like a little thing in her clause that says "Do not use me for any AI stuff."
Which
However,
is really
they
common
may
for a lot of actors right now.
Right. However, with the fact that they're doing this and they're using it for exhibits or maybe live events or maybe even helping within, like, we need a little bit more detail of how this is going to be used. She might have to have a different clause put in stating that her voice will be used. And it could be in the sense of like, she has a whole bunch of lines that she reads and then the AI is used to help take those pieces and formulate it into whatever the response is. Because maybe, for instance, somebody goes up to her and up to Aloy and says, "Hey, how you doing, Aloy?" And she never read anything of that matter. Well, the AI might have to go through the laundry list of things that she has in the voice, in the voice bank, and rework it and put it together. Now, I will tell you, this isn't uncommon, like, to have something do that, because the one thing that so working at the Weather Channel, the one thing that they used there was they used one of the meteorologist voices, and he would read a whole bunch of different lines, and then when the local on the 8s came up, you hear him talking to you wherever you are. And that's what they do. They take the pieces that he said and they rearrange them and put them back into order. So it's not uncommon to do something like that. Um, but it is going to be interesting. I am curious about, like, what do they mean for like the help feature? Like, how does that work? Are we talking like, I can't find my game, I can't do this or that? Like, what are we talking? Events and exhibits could be really fun. It could be a great way to really push their product, especially like big games coming out. If they're doing another Horizon Forbidden, like, that one could be really great. Or even any of the other games. There were other characters listed, but they started with Aloy just because I think Aloy's popular. Um, Not because of it's Aloy, you know? So I think there's a lot to this that could be really interesting, um, as long as they do it the right way. Like, I
Yeah,
know
I
right now
think
it's just all robotic, so
I think it depends on the tech, and like what's happening. I know, like, I personally I stand on the side of, like, the voice actors, like, not using a lot of their clauses that do use the clause, because not every actor does. But it is against companies using AI to recreate their voice. Now, if she's allowed to go in and read the lines and the AI just kind of like does its AI thing to choose which voice line she has read, that would be a proper answer. I think that is within an acceptable realm. But I wonder if, you know, I just wonder which way they're going to do it. Because if you are doing a lot of people, and especially the actor's view, if you're recreating my voice with AI without actually using me, like, that's stealing almost in a way my intellectual property. You're stealing my voice, and I should get paid for that. Not saying that they won't get paid for it, but there are like kind of things like you get paid for like the recording and stuff, and then like the royalties kind of don't even out to like if they had just hired her to do the voice acting. So I know that that is a big like conversation and topic within the just the acting entertainment realm in general, whether it's movies, animation, to now video games as well. So we'll definitely have to see what way Sony is planning on using this and how they further develop the AI. Um, so yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait. Sadly, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with this.
Yeah, I think right now their biggest thing is they're just trying to figure it out. Like they're trying to figure out
Right.
how do I
And
how
this
do I make
also
this
could have
thing do what I want it
this
to do?
was a leak. Like this could have just been
Yeah.
like they're building the AI system and they're going to hire Ashley and have her voice Aloy no matter what because she is the well-known voice of it. And if it's supposed to be at events and everything, they don't want someone to come and be like, "What the hell? This isn't Aloy. This sounds nothing like her." So from a business standpoint, I could see that the early developments have been leaked, and I wouldn't think too much about not hearing Ashley Birch as the voice yet, because that could
Right.
happen yet. So,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is just a leak, and I
yep,
think right now they're just trying to figure it out. Like,
yeah.
how do we get this
Like
to work?
we're gonna
And the
put in
fact that
this
they,
random robot voice just until we get her
right.
working, and then once it's working, then we can start scripting it. And hopefully, I would hope they would bring in Ashley Birch to do that. So,
I will say though, from the before it was pulled, the biggest issue with it was you could tell it wasn't like you could tell it was AI in the sense
sure.
of like the movements, right? The movements didn't feel like a video game movement kind of thing. It did feel
Hmm.
kind of very like she was very deadpan. And I'm like, that's
Gotcha.
weird because if you watch the game, like if you play the games or any game, like, any character game, you see that the characters are very animated. They have, they've learned to add emotion to their animations in games. And I wish we could show you the actual video. Unfortunately, we can't, but she was very deadpan, and that's something
Okay.
that, maybe this leak was, like I said, just to see, can it interact with me if I
Hmm.
say, "Hey, I like your, top," then it knows to respond to, "Oh, you talked about my top. Thank you." Like, so I think there's still a lot going to happen with this, and I don't think like they're not ready tomorrow. Like that's not happening. This
Yeah,
isn't going to be
definitely.
released tomorrow. This is going to still probably be like another year to a year and a half or maybe two of content and creation and building that they have to do, especially if they're going to make a giant library of these, because I can't see them just being like, oh, we're just going to use Ashley Burke's character and that's it. Like I can see them using a whole gambit of people, like
Hmm.
um like there's just all types of people that characters they can use that people love, and that's what I think is going to be fascinating. Now, the one thing that I'm going to find interesting is this got leaked, right? So this was Sony. So what's Xbox going to do? Are they going to follow suit? Have they been working on something similar to this? We don't know.
It's just gonna be
But could you
Cortana.
imagine like a Master Chief like talking to you? Like Morgan would love it. Morgan would love
Honestly,
it.
they're gonna start with Cortana.
I know, I know. Nobody wants Cortana. Nobody liked Cortana. Just
She's
go
a
to
great.
Master Chief.
She's such a good voice actress, though. Jen Taylor's so
but
good.
but I'm saying like if this was leaked, we don't know what Microsoft has been up to. We don't know what
Mhm.
any of the other bigger companies out there like, you know, we just don't know yet. So I'm
Yeah.
curious to see who else has been working on this behind the scenes that they're like, "Oh shit, well theirs just got leaked. Don't leak ours. Don't leak ours." Or
Like
maybe they're up back there going, "We're doing great. We're doing great."
that, or they're like, that wasn't on our project line yet. Let's get it started now.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
they're
All
they're
right, so
they're
we're
they're starting to
adding
beat
this.
us. Let's move this up in the project line.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like we don't know. Maybe they're
Yeah.
back there going, "Ah, crap. Add it to the list.
Yeah. Right.
Don't care. We'll make the money for it."
Wow.
But, it happens. But,
Yeah.
we know that Aloy's popular, but we know that now there's another game that's becoming popular.
Indeed. And we gotta hydrate. So I talk you hydrate.
You talk, I hydrate.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, all right, everybody. Split Fiction is finally here, and KP and I cannot wait to dive into our playthrough series together that we will share with you all in the near future. But we're the only ones obviously really excited about this game. So, Split Fiction has officially surpassed 1 million copies, y'all. So, this is actually was sold in their first 48 hours. So, in the first 48 hours, they have surpassed 1 million copies sold. This is actually setting a new record for the studio who is behind the 2021 Game of the Year winner, It Takes Two. Haze Light announced this news on their official Blue Sky account, saying, "The love you all show for our game is overwhelming. Everyone here at Haze Light are beyond happy, and we can't stop enjoying your amazing reactions." So, notably, this is 1 million copies sold, but that probably means there have been far more players actually playing Split Fiction. Every copy of the game comes with a friend's pass, and that lets a friend play the entire game in co op with the purchaser for free. So, KP has it, I can join her for free. So, whether everyone is taking advantage of that or not, there is still an insane amount of people playing the game. For those who don't know, Split Fiction is Hazelight's latest co op fantasy adventure. You follow two contrasting writers, Mio and Zoe. One writer sci fi and the other writes fantasy. However, they become trapped in their own stories after being hooked up to a machine designed to steal their creative ideas. Together, they will have to rely on each other to break free with their memories intact, working together to master a variety of abilities and overcome diverse challenges while jumping sci fi and fantasy worlds in this unexpected tale of friendship. So, the sales for Split Fiction is a huge jump from Hazlight's last game, It Takes Two, which didn't reach 1 million sold copies until a month after launch. So, yeah, that's still a fantastic milestone for the studio to reach, but this one is just like so much quicker, so much sooner, and that's really, really exciting for them. But yeah, anyway, KP and I are super excited to dive into this game, and if I'm being honest, I do think this game has very high chances of taking home this year's Game of the Year award.
Yeah. This game this game was interesting when it showcased, I will
Yes.
say, cuz
There was a lot of hype
people
for
were
when it showcased too.
yeah, I was like, people were very hyped when this game showcased, and I think it was because people already who played It Takes Two
Hmm.
knew what the studio was about. And that's kind of helpful. And I think for people who played It Takes Two and saw this next one, they saw, oh, they have really taken time to, improve
Yeah,
their
like
products
don't
and
get
everything.
that's a big thing I was actually waiting to talk about is like,
Yeah.
It Takes Two is still a lovely, great, cute game, but you're playing these clay beings. Like, they get turned into like these clay, like made little things, which they still look fantastic. Don't get me wrong. And I recently sent KP an amazing cosplay that people did of them. But this is such a bigger step from those graphics and just how it visually looks to this one. Like, this is very much like you can tell that they took their 1 million copies sold after a month and put it to good use for creating Split Fiction. I'm very excited though. I loved It Takes Two. I think I'm gonna love this one even more just because of how it visually looks. Also, it's sci-fi and fantasy, my two favorite genres, and yeah, I'm really excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm trying not to watch anything on it because I don't
I
want to be
have
spoiled.
avoided everything. I have so far zero spoilers of what happens, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I was very hesitant to put this article in here for us to do for a story because I was like, "Ugh,
I
I
don't want
don't
to
want
spoil
Morgan, write around all the stuff, please.
it.
Just write around all the things happening and don't show video. Okay, thanks."
Yeah.
We have really been like staying as far away from any kind of spoilers or gameplay or anything just because we want to go into it when we finally do get to play it, hopefully
We're
closer
going in
than
blind.
yeah, we want to go in blind, but hopefully we'll have the chance to start it real soon
Yeah.
so that we can at least show if we do talk about more about Split Fiction, we can show footage then and not feel like we're spoiling things.
Yeah, and we'll be, I believe, streaming. Are we going to be streaming our playthroughs?
Y- yeah, we'll be
Okay.
streaming it,
Good.
but what we're gonna do is I've decided that I'm not gonna put it on YouTube because we're gonna put a series together for that. So
Yep.
that's gonna be my series for YouTube.
Same.
And then we'll also have a first look as well. So we're gonna do a lot of things with this one. We're going to play rock, paper, scissors on who does what.
Yeah, I can't wait. But as we said, this
So,
I think this is really, up the ante. They've it really, I guess, upgraded and innovated their visuals for this game. But that's the not the only innovations happening right now. What a cool tech thing do you have for us, KP?
well, from video games to XR glasses. So these glasses are the Vitru Pro XR glasses that will let you choose from a stacked layout or organized multitasking ultra wide mode for an expansive view, and a code mode display designed for developers, which is all customizable for your MacBook. Now, you can work on the go, in the office, or at home. They have edge to edge clarity so you can read even the smallest text with anti glare, anti ghost, and anti motion sickness for all those people out there who get sickness like I do for maximum comfort and immersion. Now, it also comes with the Spacewalker app so you can unlock multiple virtual screens, a suite of productivity tools, native 3D VR video support, and so much more. I love this. I feel like we're eventually going to get to the point of like forget having multiple screens. Just put on your glasses, like especially workplaces down the road, and just you have a laptop, cool. Oh, but you need extra room and you need to see more things, no problem. Put these on.
Yeah, that is
I
really
don't mind
cool.
them. I think they're really cool. What I would love though is the technology that they're able to do with the glasses. I want them to be able to take and make like the small glasses for like the VRs, you
Yeah,
know?
I would
Because the
like that.
VRs are so
That way it's not so
massive.
heavy.
Right. Yeah, I want them to be like, or remember in Ready Player One, like how much smaller they were, like they just felt like they were like visors
Yeah, they're
and
more
everything.
sleek.
I would
Just
love
give
just
me
like
the
if it
Iron
was
Man
just a
sunglasses, guys.
visor. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my VR headset, but they're just massive. They're just these
They're
massive things
clunky.
because you're yeah, yeah, and they're heavy. Like if you especially like the old ones because they're not like when you have them over the back of your head, they're not they're all just like material, so like everything has
Right.
to like strap close, but if you strap too hard, it feels like it's pushing too much on your face,
I'm
and then you
sure
run
there's
into
some
issues
people
of
out
like
there that get like the headaches.
yeah, yeah, you can get headaches from it. You get eye fatigue from it because you're literally staring at a screen. I have in mine, my VR headset, they have blue lenses that I put in.
Oh, that's
They're
nice.
not prescription. They're just blue lenses to help with the eye fatigue. But yeah, it's like it's interesting. I'm ready to see where VR takes a little bit of a lead from the XR to see where
Okay.
we go. Like I almost feel like there's a good like future for all of this stuff out there. We just have to get there.
So, quick question though: Does this do these glasses they only work with MacBook?
That's what I read, but I don't know if they work with PC. I'd have to see.
Because I
It'd be
hate
cool if they
Macs,
do.
so
I know
I
you do.
would like this is really cool, but it's really disappointing if it's only for
But I
Mac.
also wonder if the let me see, hold on. Hold on, I do a little search. I do a little
Okay,
search.
okay, okay.
We do a little search. Let's see here. See what I can find out.
Yeah, it does. You're right, Michael. It does seem like it could be a good Vision Pro competitor for sure. You could definitely see that.
Okay, so they are oh wow, they're compatible with a lot of things. So the XR glasses are compatible with the Steam Deck OLED, with Acer, GPD, Lenovo, Republic of Gamers, MSI, One Player, AYN, and A Neo.
Hmm.
So I think this was like, hey, now they can be on MacBook. Those
Gotcha.
are handheld consoles. But if we want to do laptops, yeah, so they're available. They're you can do Mac, so all the Apple products basically. Microsoft is Surface Pro, Surface Go, Surface Book, Acer. So some of the Acer products, HP, Lenovo, Dell, Google stuff, Hawaii, Gigabyte, Asus, Honor, Samsung, Razer, Me, MSI, Vivo, and Intel. So
Wow. Okay, nice. So
a lot of
it has
different
large
products.
compatibility.
Yeah,
That's
I
good to
think
hear.
I think MacBook was the latest thing to get added to it, and that's why
Gotcha.
everybody was like super
Okay,
excited.
okay.
So
Gotcha, gotcha.
yeah, um, so fun. And you could do smartphones. So if you want it on your smartphone.
Perfect. Well, thinking of fun things, I have a really fun thing to talk about.
Oh my god, this is adorable. I
This
love
is
this story.
so cute. So,
I love
y'all,
the story for you.
have you ever wanted to have a dining experience where your table comes to life through 3D projections with the smallest chef in the world preparing your meal right before your eyes on the table? Would that interest you?
Yes.
Would
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
okay, good,
Yes.
good.
Only if I get to
So,
choose what the food is, but yes.
well, at Le Petit Chef, you can have just that. The cute little animated chef has hilarious antics to entertain you and make you laugh, all while preparing your meal. The dinner show takes about 1 to 1.5 hours, maybe two. It just kind of depends on what you get, but you actually get a 5 course meal. The menu is created by a Michelin star chef, and the world renowned artists of skull mapping have created this custom 3D table animation art form that is presented by Tablemation. Le Petit Chef has a variety of different dinner shows available, either with one chef or with friends. This version is where four animated chefs compete to make the best dish, where you all vote for the winner at the end. So there are more than 87 locations worldwide, with seven major city locations here in the United States. There are like, I think, three in the three different major cities over in uh, um like California. I know there's one in Atlanta, and I'm forgetting the others. But yeah, it looks so cute. To my knowledge, you can kind of choose what you're like. You have a couple different menu options, but even if you like, no matter what, even if you get something that isn't like you might be able to choose something that isn't like the dish like the chef is preparing. So you might just be stuck watching them prepare not your meal, but
That's okay.
just
I'd
as a
still
heads up.
laugh and have a good time.
Yeah, because it's kind of pre-set up. Like they literally say on their website that they tell all their guests to get there 30 minutes before their dinner is supposed to start. Because what I saw from a couple different videos when trying to find a good video to show while reading this story to you all, it looks like everybody is sat at the same time, and everybody has their show happen at the same time at all the individual tables. It's not like, oh, I have a reservation for 7 p.m., but then a 7:30 person comes in. No, it's like all the speakers, everything's going at the same time. But it's
That's
really
cool.
cute. It looks really fun. I would like to definitely try one out one day and see how it is and how the food is.
Well, there's one nearby where I'm at, so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe when I get to come down and see you, it'll be our little date night together.
Aw. Okay.
Well, you know what, KP? Did you hear that?
What? What do you hear?
I hear sales,
What?
sales,
What?
and more sales.
Oh.
That's right, everybody. The Steam Spring Sale is underway, and we're being cheesy as fuck. But
Here we are. We
we're gonna
really
be
are.
showing you guys some of the biggest deals that we found when we return in just a few. So we're gonna go on a very short break, and as soon as we're back, we're going to dive into some women-led game stuff, and then dive into the sales that are around them, and then other games as well. So just hang in there, guys. We'll be back momentarily. All right, everybody. It is Women's Month. March is Women's Month, and that means we're highlighting women's games all month long. And as part of that, we have stuff to show you. KP has a game that she tested out that we're gonna play here in just a moment, and then we have from the Steam sale some we picked a couple women led games that we really like or are interested in to showcase to you guys and just let you know. But for now, here is the look at the game that KP did for you that is made by a women's studio.
Do you like relaxing, casual games like unpacking? If you said yes, then strap in as you take your van on a journey. This is Camper Van Make It Home, a game developed by the woman-led studio Malapata Studio. In this game, you will decorate and organize the camper van of your dreams as you embark on a journey of self-discovery. This game will have you combine creative block organization puzzles and relaxing interior design. The gameplay is simple. Click on the type of category on the right-hand side that you want to organize. Pull out the piece and place it inside a drawer, cabinet, or on a desk. It's that easy. You can also zip around the camper to angle the camera in the perfect spot while you set up your home on wheels. The aesthetic of the game adds to the cozy game feel. Its soft pastels give you a calming feeling as you put away clothes, shoes, pots and pans, and other items. The game also shines when it comes to the soundtrack. As you are putting items away, you are surrounded by the soothing sounds of the game, which helps melt away any stress you might have. Overall, Camper Van Make It Home will bring out your inner interior designer as you put away items and play at your own pace without any pressure. This game has a demo and is set to release sometime in 2025. Until then, this is your first look at Camper Van Make It Home.
Honestly, that looks so cute. It's been on my list to play that demo for ages.
I will say though, I was telling Morgan while I was playing, I was if you guys watched me play the game, I literally was packing everything into all the little tiny places I could find. And then later I watched a video and where the closet is, where you put your clothes, there's another piece that you could pull out and it's like a little pantry. And I was like,
Like Spice Cabinet
why?
stuff.
So I'm sure. So I don't. It was really funny. I was like, and okay, what can I put in the fridge? Well, coffee could go in the fridge. It was pretty bad. And then I had like everything across the desk table, and I'm like, this doesn't even look nice. I was like, Morgan would just like her OCD would just go crazy and probably
Eye
want to kill
twitching.
me. She's just over there like they're malfunctioning. Yeah. It's a good game though. I will say like it may not be my type of game because I like a little bit more like faster paced games, but definitely Morgan, I know you've played Unpacking, you really enjoyed that.
Mhm.
And so like this would be a really cool game for you. And I didn't show it, but the one thing that's really nice is there is a photo mode where you can take a picture and you can change the light and day and everything. So that's really nice. So
See,
I
I'm the
just I found that
person
out later and I was like, okay.
I would actually love to make a camper van or camper bus. Um, like
You want to
not
get a van. Sorry.
well, I know, but like this is real life speak, not video game speak. Um, but my weird thing is like it wouldn't be to like go driving around the country, though I probably would do that. Um, I really want to make one where it's like I can have a on the go like editing suite for like if I was able to do more filming and I could have like
Mhm.
everything automatically being ported there doing unloading. I had a team that can start immediately editing, but we have a kitchen area. Or if I'm like it's just me and my husband out doing stuff because he's my assistant a lot of times. Um, we have a bed that we can crash while we're on like a site for filming and everything. So I don't know that's my little like camper van dream is like a camper filming workhouse van thing.
I'm good. I don't need a camper van. It's like, no, I'm good. I got my house. I just want a house where I can have multiple like multiple big streaming rooms.
Yeah, that's
That's all
fair.
I want. That's
That's
all I
fair.
want.
I would like a house with like 6 bedrooms, please.
It doesn't cost me like $1 million. Thanks.
Yeah, right, right. I'm like, I know I wanna have kids in the future, so, like, let's see, a bedroom for that one, and then me and Dan, maybe a guest room. So maybe I need 7, because then I want an office for me, office
Or
for
just to
Dan,
get a
and then
basement.
maybe a photo shoot room, like, for photo shoots and, like, green screen work and everything.
Morgan
That's
wants a
where I'm at.
castle. Got it.
Yes. Have you met me?
Okay, so basically she wants one of the plantation houses down here.
Just give me a villa, and I'll be great.
She'll take a plantation house, thanks.
Alright, guys, you know that we're going to be deep diving into the Steam Spring Sale next. But before we do, we want to highlight a handful of women-led video games that are on sale right now, actually as part of the Steam sale. But we can't highlight them all. But here are 4 that we wanted to show you. So, starting with a cozy favorite of mine and KP, Lightyear Frontier. So, get ready to settle your homestead on an alien planet that you heal with the help of your powerful mech. So, Lightyear Frontier is on sale at 20% off for $17.49. We are typically highlighting ones that are at a higher percentage off, but her and I generally love this game so much that we couldn't not tell you about it.
We've gotten really far too. Like
We're really
we
progressing so good.
yeah. So it's weird. So we hadn't touched this game in probably what, almost like maybe 6 months or something like that, maybe closer to eight.
Yeah, because
I
we
wouldn't
we
say a
played, like,
year.
2 hours or something, 2.5 maybe, for our demo,
Mhm.
which you can go watch the review of our Let Your Frontier on our YouTube later, but yeah, I think we played about 2.5 hours of it, and then didn't touch it for a long time because 'cause we've been busy, and then one night we're like, "We need something chill. You wanna do this? You wanna get
And
back
we've
into
been
it?"
just like hooked. Yeah, we've been just hooked and it's fine.
It's so cute.
That's right. Well, we do love Frontier, Lightyear Frontier, but this next woman-made game is one I'm super interested in. Morgan, just so you know. So get ready to catch, sell, upgrade your boat, and search the depths for long lost secrets in Dredge. Now, this game is at 50% off for $12.49. I'm still going to wait though, because I did pay a lot of money lately. So, but
What?
it is a
You
really
buy a
cool
lot of
game.
games
It is
lately?
one
No way.
that's, huh? I
Like,
played a lot
what?
of games. I bought a lot of, I did. Yeah.
You buy a lot of
Yeah, I
games?
know. I know. um, I know. But I will say this game is really interesting looking. I think it's one that I have been really interested in, and that Morgan was like, "Hey, remember this game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that game looks so cool." So definitely check it out if you guys are interested, and help support a woman-led studio.
Yeah. So next we have a visual novel made by Woman Led Studio that I can't wait to get my hands on. You'll suddenly get drawn into a war between humanity and magic by joining a group of unlikely heroes in this game, Arcadia Fallen. You can buy it now at 70% off for $7.49. I'm a big visual novel fan. We're going to be talking about more visual novels later, but I know you are basically like an apprentice of like an alchemist, and you end up joining this ragtag group of heroes to save the world. So yeah, it seems really exciting. The art's really pretty, and it's really colorful, and it's very very story rich.
Nice. And then the last woman-led game is one that actually has been on sale a lot, we've seen.
Hmm.
So we're going to show you today is Generation Zero. This is a game that I know I own, but I think Morgan, you also own it, correct?
I own but have not played because y'all stopped playing it.
Okay, that's not okay. Look, you can
Just
yell at
saying.
Grim later, okay?
But yeah, I know
I'm not going to
Rob
be
has
blamed for this
I
one.
know Rob has played this one a lot, and that
Yeah,
there was a
yeah.
lot of like big talks, and that it was very enjoyable. So anyway.
It is very enjoyable. In this one, you'll gear up and explore a vast open world map. Inspired by the Swedish Cold War era, where you wage guerrilla warfare against lethal mechanical enemies, Generation Zero is on sale for 70% off at $7.49. I'm I want to jump back into it, and
Me
I
too.
know, like, I what's great is, like, I feel like we've been trying to jump back into old games that we have, and I think that's really great too. This you can play up to, I think it's 4. Was it
I think
4, Dan?
I
Do you remember?
I
Do
think
you
it's
remember if it
four
was 4
people.
people?
I think it's
The
four.
robots are really cool. Look, a wild Dan has appeared.
Wow. Well,
But yeah, those there's like a lot of games though that I want to jump. I don't remember. Okay. There's a lot of games that I think we all want to start getting back into, just because that way we can, kind of get back into our laundry list of library that we have. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love buying new games and I have this weird obsession with video games, but I think also getting back into the old games is a great way to, like, relive all those fun things that we started doing, and then we were like, okay, I think a lot of them we were like, we just want to wait for them to do updates, or
yeah, that's what a lot
yeah,
of them were. So,
yeah, or add quality of life things that we're missing. So I want to see where that one is, and maybe we can jump back into it, even if
mhm,
it's, you know, just for a night, for a little bit or whatever. I mean, we jumped back into Ale and Tail, so go
that is
us.
true. That is
We need to make a list. We need to make our own list again.
true. Well,
Rotation games. These
yeah,
are them.
these are them. Anyway, guys,
Enjoy the rotation.
we just want to say, just remember there are plenty of women-led games on sale right now, so make sure you go check them out. But that's not the only stuff on sale. The Steam Spring Sale is here, and that means we have sales, and so many more sales to talk about. So, real quick, let's go ahead and dive into our Steam Spring Sales, starting with, you know, all the goodies. Just all the goodies. But,
All the goodies. We're
yeah,
just gonna boom, all the goodies.
all the goodies.
Latin, thank
Um,
you so much for the
Thank you.
resub.
22 months. Thank you, Latin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for
Let's
keeping this
keep this
going.
going. That's right. How else are
But
we gonna be able to keep our show on the air?
right. Anyway,
Latin will be our
no, thank
only
you. Thank you.
supplier of her only backer.
All right. Well, we want to let you know that we couldn't show you all these items on sale, but obviously there's a lot, guys. Just saying.
Mhm.
But here are the
There
ones
is.
that really, really stood out to us. So let's show you some of the deep discounts we found. First up, we have Anno 1800. Get ready to lead the Industrial Revolution. The City Builder game will have you define your world. It's on sale right now for 90% off for $5.99. But maybe you want to play an online multiplayer survival game set in the lands of Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Exiles is on sale right now at 90% off as well for only $3.99. Kitty, Rob, Dan, myself, so many of us have played Conan Exiles, and we really, really, really enjoy that game. Um, but if that's
Latin,
not the
I'm sorry. Latin loves
uh,
the deep discount.
Latin loves deep discounts, and so do we. But
Whoo!
if that's not the
I'm
game
gonna
for you,
drink my coffee.
yeah, just take a sip. But if Conan Exiles is not the game for you, why not why not check out Spiritfarer Farewell Edition? So this is a game I'm really, really interested in, and it is a cozy management game actually about dying. So you must build a boat to explore the world and care for your spirit friends and release them into the afterlife. So basically you're the afterlife, like, ferryman. But
Mhm.
this game is 90% off for $2.99. But if that's not the game for you, why not get your hands on Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? This game will have you embark on a journey to a realm overrun by demons in a new epic RPG from the creators of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This game is also 90% off for $3.99. But KP,
The deep discounts don't stop there.
We're
That's right, we
going
got more.
deeper.
Go, I don't know about deeper. All right, so welcome to a bullet hell dungeon crawler. Enter the Gungeon. You will shoot, loot, dodge roll, and table flip your way through the dungeon to get your hands on the ultimate treasure. This game is 90% off for $1.90, $1.49. Or maybe you don't want to destroy anything, just like in Undertale. This game is 90% off for 99 cents.
Man,
99. Let that sink in for a little bit. 99 cents. That's like
that's
nothing.
wild.
That is wild. All right, turning back to the classics, you can get your hands on the 2016 version of Doom, which includes all 3 premium DLC packs, maps, modes, and weapons, along with an arcade mode, photo mode, and multiplayer. This game is 90% off for $1.99. And lastly, in our deep discounts is the Elder Scrolls Online. You will be able to join millions of players in this online multiplayer RPG and experience the limitless adventure in a persistent Elder Scrolls world. It is 90% off for $1.99. A lot of good deep discounts.
A lot of good deep discounts. Man, oh man. But
Man, oh man.
man, oh man. Now,
By the way, Conan is Grim approved. And if you join now, he'll build you an entire base for free.
wow.
All for the mere price of $3.99.
Yes, yes. Latin in chat also says that Elder Scrolls Online is so damn good. You just need to play it with friends. I'm right there. I used to play Elder Scrolls Online, and then my friend stopped playing it, and then I stopped playing it. So,
No, Dan. No, not $50. No. Mm-mm.
okay, Rob. No. So next up, everybody, is a category KP is a big fan of, though I do like it as well. I think she's a bigger fan than I am.
Oh, I was like, am I not? Oh, I thought you said I wasn't a big fan of.
No, you are a big fan of
I
this
was like,
one.
hold on a minute. Hold on.
The category she's a big fan of, y'all, is simulation games. So we found some great games on sale under the simulation genre. So here are your simulation game discounts. So in this first one, you can take control of your starship in a cutthroat galaxy. You can join the massive multiplayer Space Epic Elite Dangerous for 70% off at only $5.99. Now, next up is one KP and I really enjoy. It is called Ale and Tail Tavern. In this game, you can enjoy an open world fantasy tavern simulator with action, fishing, hunting, exploration quests, and more. Ale and Tail Tavern is available at 40% off for $8.99.
Oh, and let me just say, Ale and Tail, like the little helpers, are adorable.
They are super adorable, and they also just got a major content update, which is why we had just recently dived back into it. And the content update has been pretty nice. So,
Yes.
now this one is a fan favorite. So, rip open packs or stock shelves with the latest booster packs in TCG Card Shop Simulator. This early access game is 25% off and currently only costs $9.74. This is a really fun one. I know there's a big group of us who play it just casually when we want something to do, but like that isn't like really strenuous and time consuming. But anyway,
Oh, Dan needs to get back into it. He's- Dan, okay, Dan, let me just say something. Yes, this is a game that we play when we just want to have fun and just not do something that's super crazy,
yeah.
like overly like thinking about it. And then there's Dan.
True.
Dan is all about, I need to make money now. I need more money. What do I need to do? Let me pull out my ledger here and figure out how do I do this. If 20 times 30 multiplied divided by to the fourth, yep, nope, that's it. That's the key.
What a businessman.
What a businessman. Okay, you have one more.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I didn't mean
good.
to
No
cut you
problem. No
off.
problem. So the last game of our simulation category is a survival simulation game called Raft. So
Which I still have
alone,
never finished.
yep, same. Alone or together, players battle to survive in a difficult voyage across the extremely vast sea. So Raft is currently on sale for 33% off, costing $13.39.
Yeah, so great games. And like we said, this is just a little bit of what we've seen. There
A little
are
bit.
so many on the
Scratching at the
simulation ones.
surface.
Slowly scratch. But this next category that Morgan and I both like to play, and we saw some really great deals. So let's look at your survival game discounts, guys. So first up is with the new killer we talked about, you can get your hands on Dead by Daylight. In this game, you and three others will have to escape from a bloodthirsty killer in a vicious game of nerve and wits. This game is 60% off for $7.99. Not bad. Not a bad price. We've seen it lower, but still a good price,
Yeah.
I want to say. Maybe you always wanted to get your hands on the award winning game that inspired the critically acclaimed television show, The Last of Us Part 1. Well, you can get it now for 50% off for $29.99. I did play the first one. I did
I
not get very far in the first one.
I love The Last of Us. The show is fantastic. Can't wait for season 2 that follows part 2. And honestly, like this is a game that came out ages ago. Part 1 still holds strong at $60 as its normal price. Like this is a very good game. But if you haven't played it and haven't had the chance and you want to, definitely take the opportunity while it's 50% off. I think I've seen it cheaper before, but it's a game that really holds its value. So, it doesn't usually get too much cheaper than 50% off right now.
And then this next one, I know Morgan and Grim and I've dabbled a little bit. I'm not a
I
huge
haven't gotten very
No
far
Man's
into
Sky
No
person.
Man's Sky.
Yeah, but you like it. Like I
I
feel
do
like
like it.
it's definitely
I like
yeah.
it better
If
now that
you're
it's
looking
gotten its big updates because it
Mhm.
in I first when I played it in the very beginning when it like first launched and it was not great.
It wasn't
they
as
they've
enjoyable, I want to say.
yeah, yeah, they've made it way better. So it's actually a really enjoyable game now. But please continue.
So, if you are looking for a game about exploration and survival in an infinite procedurally generated universe, No Man's Sky is for you. It's 60% off at $23.99. And lastly, 25 years after the bombs fall, you and your fellow vault dwellers emerge into post nuclear America. Fallout 76 is 75% off at $9.99. I know it's gotten a lot of flack when it first came out, but it has had a lot of updates. So if you love the Fallout stuff and you were like, man, I didn't want this game because of the whole flack it got,
Hmm.
do try to give it a try. Uh, have a little bit of an open mind. I will say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, everybody, visual novels are a go-to when it comes to story-rich games, and y'all know I love them. So with that,
What?
yeah, no,
No, you don't love them.
no. With that though,
You loathe them.
I
You
hate
love.
them.
I'm
How
just
dare they?
kidding.
How dare they be a thing? Um, but anyway, with
Put
that
them
being
away.
said, I went and found some great story-rich visual novels at a very good sale price. So, first, you get to guide vampires through centuries of emotional baggage, decades of delusions, and the odd bout of self-loathing as a vampire therapist. On sale for 35% off, you can get Vampire Therapist for $9.74. Next up, I have one I really want to buy, and that's Slay the Princess. Don't believe her lies. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. You can get Slay the Princess on sale for $13.49, which is at 25% off. Now, this next one, you dive into a detective noir thriller world. Sorry, I'm just going to start over. Now, this next one, you dive into a detective noir thriller world based on the Fables comic series. As Bigby Wolf, you will discover that a brutal, bloody murder is just a taste of things to come. The Wolf Among Us is on sale at 50% off for a total cost of $7.49. But lastly, The last game I selected of the story rich visual novel genre is the game called I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. So spend your teenage years on an alien planet in this narrative RPG with card based battles. Explore, grow, and fall in love for $12.49. This game is currently 50% off as part of the Steam Spring Sale. But the sales don't end there.
No, they don't.
We got another
So,
one.
as you guys know, I know, as you guys know, I've been getting a lot into the roguelites and they have continued to grow in popularity. So, I have some games that we have on sale that have some good deals. So, let's dive into them. First up, we take you to the old folk tales and legends in this roguelike action game from the creators of Curse of the Dead Gods. You can play this solo or with your friends. Raven's Watch is 50% off at a lovely $12.49. I have played this. I love it because they are going to continue to add things like characters, DLC, all this stuff. Some of it's going to be free, some of it's going to be buy, and I'm okay with that. Um, but I love the fact of like you have Little Red Riding Hood, and
Mhm.
then you have the Pied Piper, and you have Beowulf. So it's not just your typical fairy tales, but it's also like folklore too. And I think Morgan, you would find that interesting as
Yeah,
well.
this is
And you get to
actually on
hear
my
their
wish list.
stories. What's cool is like when you complete something, you get a page from their book, and then they read their book to you,
Cute.
which is adorable. Yeah. So next up, you will defend against waves of alien attackers in this innovative roguelike survival miner. Dome Keeper is 60% off for $7.19. I actually have this game and I haven't tried it yet. I've seen Tony play it, Tony O Twitch. It looks really fun and it's interesting. It's like very old school looking graphics, but
Hmm.
it's definitely a different take on a roguelike, which I like. Or
Interesting.
maybe you want to dive into a challenging gothic roguelike turn-based RPG about the psychological stressors of adventuring. Darkest Dungeon, the first one, is 85% off for $3.74. I will tell you this game is not easy. This game is very difficult.
Yeah, I have it.
Especially.
I
Yeah,
have it, and
I
I
do
haven't
too,
gotten
and I've
far.
played it.
I haven't gotten far because it is actually a very difficult game.
It is. It's a very difficult game because you are dealing with their emotional psychological stresses that they
Yep.
have as they are characters. So Dan, I would not suggest you play this game. Sorry. I'm actually going to say that shirtless Dan, do not play this game if you have because of your anxiety. You will not like it. Um and lastly, get ready for randomly generated action RPG shooter with heavy roguelike elements. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth is 40% off for $8.99. I love The Binding of Isaac. The Binding of Isaac is a very fun game. It's very similar to like Cult of Lamb, but I feel like Binding kind of helped make Cult of Lamb, and then from there it just kept growing to make others. I think uh Binding is very interesting because it is randomly generated rooms,
Mm.
but I love the fact of like, okay, you get something, oh, this might not work. Maybe I didn't do so. Maybe they didn't give me the right randomly generated weapon or something of that matter. And so maybe you die and then you start again, and you get a better weapon and you're like, "Oh my god, I feel so powerful." So definitely a really fun game
I've
that
never gotten to this
that
one.
one I definitely suggest. If you like roguelites like that, that's a fun game. If you like roguelites where you get to play with others, go with Raven's Watch. So like there are good group ones and then there are good like solo ones. It just depends on,
Good variety.
what you're in the mood for. Yeah, what you're in the mood for too.
All right, everybody. We are rounding the corner to a new week, and that means new games. So we're going to take a short break, but when we get back, we'll tell you which ones you'll want to put on your calendar because there's a lot coming out next week. Holy cow. So please stay tuned. We'll be back shortly, and we're going to dive into the upcoming video games next week. All right, everybody. It's a new week, and that means new video games hitting your favorite platforms. KP, let's
Woo!
have you go ahead and kick us off. What do we have next? What's the first release we're talking about?
All right. So first up on Tuesday, and guys, get your calendars ready. Seriously, like write these down if you need to. I don't care. First up on Tuesday, March 18th, we have My Sims Cozy Bundle. This package will have you befriending cute characters and discovering creative adventures across retro re-releases of two lovable games. Use your imagination to rebuild a town in My Sims and help a cute magical land become an even better place in My Sims Kingdom. This game will be available on PC only. Yeah, My Sims. Everybody wants to
Woo!
play My Sims. Yeah.
The art style of them, because Ramp just said in chat, like interesting new style for Sims, kind of makes me think of like Wii, but nicer, like nicer versions of like the Wii characters.
Oh, I was, that's fair. That is fair. I was like, okay, yeah.
You know. But anyway, also releasing on Tuesday is 33 Immortals. This is a co-op action roguelike game where you play with up to 33 players. So you play a damned soul and rebel against God's final judgment. Pick up and raid, cooperate to survive hordes of monsters, defeat massive bosses, and face the wrath of God in a fight. 33 Immortals will be available on PC and Xbox Series X and S on Game Pass.
Yeah, this game looks insane. And yes, you read
Honestly, it
that
looks
right.
wild.
33 people.
I
That's right.
kind of
You read
want to
that right.
play it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to play it.
Yeah. It releases Tuesday. It'll be on Xbox Game Pass. Do it.
I
Record it.
want to feel
Do it.
I want to feel how insane it feels.
Ramps in.
Bet. Let's go, Ramp.
Yeah, like seriously, it'd be interesting to see what the feel is like for it because 33
Mhm.
different people around you would be just insane. Because I don't even know, like, I don't know anything, I don't really know anything around all of it, but yeah, it should be interesting for sure. So yeah, Tuesday, Xbox Game Pass. If you guys have it, or if you want to go and buy it, it will be available on Steam. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think if you guys do get to jump into that one. All right, next up, get ready to ignite your passion and build your very own path to greatness. From high school all the way up to the Hall of Fame, you'll connect with iconic baseball stars in fan favorite modes, update the new ways to play. Now, MLB The Show 25 releases on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. It is already out on PC, so this is just the release to the consoles. So if you are like, man, I really love this game and I have it on play by PC, but I want to be able to take it with me, you can get it on your Nintendo Switch, or maybe you want to play it like wherever you have your console set up. It's just a great way to play the game, also in a different platform.
Hmm. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, next, in this high octane action roguelike set in a dystopian medieval punk world, you heard me right, medieval punk, you will step into the boots of Clef, a fearless rebel ready to ride the world of the kingdom's oppression, take down the elite, and lay siege to the queen's grand bastion. Grab your javelin and become the Rainbreaker. This game still has a demo available and will be available on PC only on Tuesday.
Yeah, I have this on. I added the demo to my library because I really wanted to try it. I haven't tried it yet, but
I want
definitely
to check
something
this
that I
out.
was like,
Like
yeah,
just that
this
that
game
alone
is
makes me interesting. I want to see what a medieval punk world is like.
right. Exactly. Like it looks really good. And now it is top down, so it's not
Okay.
like your first person or anything like that. Just so people are aware, in case you didn't know, it is a top down game from the videos that I've seen. But yeah, I really want to check this one out. Still,
Nice.
it's still on my list of things to do. All right, lastly on Tuesday, 6 outlandish planets are overrun with verballs, viral elemental creatures that consume each other to create exotic hybrids. Now, clean up this ecological disaster using verbal hybrids as devastating weapons. This game is exiting early access, and the full game release is happening, and it's only going to be available on PC. I love the fact that this is a good announcement. It's like, okay, now we're announcing something coming out of early access, and now you
Hmm.
guys get the 1.0. So, yay, this is going to be exciting. The game looks ridiculous from the videos I watched. So, and I don't know about the verbals. That just sounds really funny to me.
Well, next is one I'm really excited for this one, and I wish it was coming to Game Pass, but it's not. But
I wish it was too.
you get to experience an epic action adventure story set in feudal Japan. Become a lethal shinobi assassin and powerful legendary samurai as you explore a beautiful open world in a time of chaos. Assassin's Creed Shadows releases on Thursday, March 20th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Yeah, I think they'll eventually put it on Game Pass. They did with all the other ones, so I think it's
Yeah,
just
I
going to
think they're
take some
letting
time, but
their release live for a while before it goes on to
yeah.
Game Pass. Get their money's
Yeah.
worth.
It's right. All right. Well, this next game, this one's super cute. When I stumbled upon this one, I was like, "Oh, they have a demo. This is great." So this next game is a casual nature management sim about discovering and breeding frogs. Awoken from hibernation, you find your pond abandoned. Through the genetic keys of new species, you must unlock the paths between the waking and dreaming worlds and embark on a journey to restore lost populations. This game releases on Thursday, March 20th on PC. And like I said, there is a demo available if you want to try it out before you buy it. So definitely add it to your account.
I like
And
frogs.
hopefully they don't take the demo away. Wait, are you going to cry? Is that what you just said?
No, I said I like frogs.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I'm going to
I'm
cry.
gonna
I was like,
cry because I like frogs.
I mean, if you want, that's up to you, girl. I'm going to let you do
Oh
what
my
you want.
goodness. All right,
No,
everybody.
but the game is I will say the game graphics, they're not like, high tech or anything like that. They're definitely 8-bit, but they're super cute. Sorry, Morgan, go
Nice.
ahead.
No, you're good. Good. I like the colors, the green and the purples. But in this game, you will build the park of a lifetime and rediscover their critically acclaimed roller coaster simulation bestseller. So, feel the thrill of a genre defining classic, complete with two huge expansion packs. This game already released on PC, and on Thursday it will be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. So now, if you've been waiting to play it on console, you can come Thursday, the 20th.
That's right. And also on Thursday, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition will release on Nintendo Switch. You will rebuild humanity and survive on the mysterious planet Mira in this open world action RPG. This visually enhanced version includes newly added story elements and much more. So definitely get your hands on that one if you are looking to add it to your Nintendo Switch catalog library.
Very nice, very nice. All right, everybody. I hope you're ready to get ready for mayhem. Wreckfest is back, offering the best in full contact racing with unrivaled destruction. So, witness head to head battles as you tear apart rival vehicles bit by bit. Powered by the enhanced physics engine developed by the creators of Wreckfest and Flat Out, Wreckfest 2 releases on PC only in early access. So yeah, this is coming also Thursday, March 20th.
And lastly, on Thursday, awaken the blade within you and reverse your fate in Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Engage in thrilling battles with powerful sword abilities, and characters from this legendary anime franchise. This game releases on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series X and S, and on PC. So definitely get your hands on it if you are big into this type of anime franchise.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, lastly, for our upcoming game releases, we have on Friday a couple of games to tell you about. So, first is
Oh,
Allier.
actually, we only have one.
Never mind. Sorry. Sorry. We have just
Sorry.
this one. My apologies. Just this one, y'all. So, we have this one to tell you about first. So, this one is Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land. This game is the story about memory. Explore the field to gather materials and synthesis items. The items you create can be key to advancing the story and can also be used in battles and exploration. Additionally, you can create your own base with building in the field. This game releases on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So it's out on all of them, y'all. Yeah, that comes out this Friday.
So there you guys go. There are your games, upcoming games of the week. What are you guys excited about? I know a lot of us are pretty excited for Shadows. Unfortunately, not on Game Pass. So if you can't shell out the money, you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah. But hey, 33 Immortals will be available on Game Pass if you want to see what it's like to play with 33 players in an action roguelike game.
That's true. Latin
Shadows,
says Shadows.
yeah, Shadows is definitely the one on this list I'm the most excited for. I just know I'm not going to play it for a while. I think I'm actually going to try 33 Immortals though. I want to see how like intense and insane it is.
Will Morgan pull out her hair?
Probably not. I like it too much. All right, everybody. For our next show, Women's History Month continues, and we'll show you more games that are standing out to us. And it's also the Game Developers Conference, so we'll keep an eye out for any interesting news that comes from that as well. And if there is, we'll share it with you. But as always, we will have all the topics we discussed in our show's topic section on our Discord. So if you're not in there, get in there, go join, accept the rules, and just hang out with us cool techies and nerds, you know?
I mean, I
But
don't know what your problem is.
yeah, come on.
If you're not
Why
there.
why you waiting? Get in there. But before we go, don't forget to check us out across all of our social medias. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. So head on over there. Give us a follow. That way you know when we're going live.
That's right. And you guys, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube. Show us some love. What are you doing? If you're not liking this video on YouTube, what's wrong with you? Look, okay, let me just do my PSA. I'm going to get on my little soapbox for a little bit. Look, they're free. All you got to do is hit the little heart button if you're on Twitch, if you're on YouTube and you like us, give us a thumbs up. It only helps with reach, which is what we need. And if you really like us, subscribe to us. It's only going to help because you know what? We have video packages. Maybe you couldn't make it to our show. You can watch them on our YouTube. It's so great. You don't even have to watch the whole show. So help us out. Show some love. That's all we're asking for. It's all free. It's all free.
That's right.
Dan, what's wrong with me? How much time you got?
No, everybody, just to
Oh,
be honest with you all, you know, be going over and following us if you're not already following us here on Twitch, or going over onto YouTube and subscribing to us here on YouTube, giving us those likes on all of our videos. It only helps us grow, and the more that we grow, the more content we'll be able to actually create and provide you. So growth is a good thing here, and we're hoping to be able to continue to grow with you guys because you guys have been fantastic. So to all of you who are supporting us, thank you, and to all of you who are about to go and help us, thank you. Like, we can't do this without you guys, you know? So it's you guys that help keep this going.
that's right. Because if you guys weren't here, I mean, what would we do? What would we do?
We'd have to deal
We'd
with
just
each
be like
other
staring at
alone.
each other. We just stare at each other. We'd be like, "So, Morgan, what did you think of that? Was that cool?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, okay, cool. Let's move on." We can't have cool things, guys, without you. That's how it works.
That is true.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week. We will have videos popping up on YouTube throughout the week. So make sure you are, like we said, following us
Subscribe.
everywhere because you never know when they will just bing pop up. Um, but until then, you guys be safe this week and we'll see you next weekend and keep processing.
Bye.